Hey everyone, Wyvern Kodiak here. This is Sam. I'm here with Chris, and we are checking out the Mantis Gearhead. Before we get started, do me a favor and smash that like button, give us a subscribe, and then go ahead and check out some of the other videos we've got going on. Now, another thing before we start, I want to thank Fred the Lug. He graciously gave us some of his collection to check out here, and we really appreciate that, Fred. The access to some knives that we typically don't get our hands on is greatly appreciated. So the Mantis Gearhead, initial reactions, I mean, let's just state the obvious. This thing is wild looking, and there is a high probability I'm going to cut myself messing with this damn thing today. And you sickos are probably all going to be tuning in carefully going, ooh, did he cut himself? Yeah, not yet, but give it time, give it time. So initial reaction, it is, it's a weighty knife for a smaller size or medium size knife. It's definitely got some heft to it. It's got this big exposed gear. Actually, it's 4 gears. It's a whole centrifugal gear system here, which is pretty wild looking. Big back spacer that goes 90% of it, and it dips down to create the lanyard hole here. A bent pocket clip on here with pretty good spring. Let's check the pocket here. Oh yeah, it goes in, no problem. And it's got good retention, so not bad at all. So let's check this thing out here, and it's got this lever mechanism, and this is where you open it. Funky. So it is 440C steel, which is a tool steel, and a black wash, stone wash blade here. It's got a decent edge on it, but this serrations here, these things are wicked. These things are wicked sharp. And then it's got a liner lock system here to close it. So as you can see, when you move the blade, the lever here actuates, which I'm finding is actually, when you do this, you have to get out of the way, because when you do this, you see now it's hitting my hand. So action, it's a little bit stiff when you press it down, and then when you turn it up, there is no action to drop. I mean, I'm shaking this, and it is coming down at the speed of super slow. So as Chris would say, this is a boomer knife to close, because you need 2 hands. But I could see a niche for those who like the unique and different here. It certainly has that I don't know, that strange. If you like strange in your collection, this is probably a good piece for you. So let's get into some size comparisons. Closed, we have a Benchmade bug out and a Spyderco PM2, and you can see that it's close to the Benchmade, a little bit smaller, and it's not even close to the PM2. And then open, it is significantly smaller than the Benchmade, and again, not even close with the PM2. So it is not a big knife. As far as sizes go, you're looking at a 3.4-inch blade. You're looking at 7 inches overall, and as I mentioned before, it weighs 4.2 ounces. So let's talk ergos. Oh boy, this is blocky. Okay, I mean there's not really any chamfering or softening on the edges in any way, shape, or form. It has a lot sticking out. Chris had pointed out before that it's a very rendition of steampunk-like knife, and I think that when you're looking at that and the mechanical nature of it, there's just a lot of parts here sticking out and whatnot. So does it fit in my hand? Yeah, absolutely. There's no choking up on this thing. There's no secondary grips here for it to have, and it's blocky. I can feel the pocket clip right here in my hand, creating a hot spot. When I bear down on it, there are several spots on this thing that get pretty hot. So it is not built for comfort, that is for sure. But again, I don't think that's the nature of this knife. I think this knife is meant for the unique, and it meets that. If that was what the goal was, I think it definitely has met that objective. But all in all, I mean, it's cool. It's definitely a unique piece. I don't think it has any place in my collection, in my hands, for any sort of use or anything like that. But if you have a niche for, like I said, the unique, different, strange, interesting locking mechanisms.
Sorry for the shaking, folks. The dog's bumping the camera.
The dog is bumping the camera, yeah. Life continues in the house even when we're recording. So, very cool, very interesting knife, that's for sure. Chris, what do you think on this thing? I know you put it in your hands for a little while earlier, and your initial reaction was how steampunk. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, for me, is it a fun knife, or is it a functional knife, or is it both? And I say it's a fun knife. It's for looks, in my opinion. It definitely has a uniqueness about it. You know, for me, it's not one that I would carry to use. The pocket clip, you know, could be pulled off of it as far as I'm concerned. It would never go in my pocket because I wouldn't enjoy cutting with that.
We can't pull the pocket clip off. It's Fred's knife.
I will not pull Fred's, or I won't take Fred's knives apart.
Don't pull Fred's anything.
But what I will say is that it does have a cool factor about it because it's different, it's unique, and I do like that piece. As far as utilizing it, what I don't care for is, Sam pointed out all the parts. I don't like all the raised hardware either. You know, so, and, you know, I'm a jimping guy, so the only jimping is in those really sharp serrations on the blade.
Yeah, and you know, that's a good call out as well. The lack of jimping, but again, I'm not sure that this was designed for the use.
Yeah.
Okay, an entire exposed gear system is begging for crap to get in it.
Yep.
In addition to that, you know, the raised hardware. There is no flush mounted screws on this. Everything is domed screws, rounded. The mechanism here sticks up. So again, it is not built for comfort. But it is cool. It is unique. It is different. It is definitely something that I appreciate the artistry of it.
I think the Tonto is an interesting choice for with that build.
It is. I'm not quite sure if they had to fit something in here or what the case was?
Every time I see Tonto, I immediately think tactical. And that's where my first thought process goes. When I look at that knife closed, I don't see tactical at all.
No, definitely not a tactical knife, but it's sharper than hell. I'll give them credit. And I don't know if this is a factory edge or not. It looks like a factory edge. It does not look like this was like another edge was put on it. It's certainly sharp, but again, it's a fun knife. So let's give some final thoughts on this thing.
So Sam, here's some final thoughts on the Mantis Gearhead that I've had is, I think this is a fun knife for somebody who wants a conversation piece to be inside of their collection. Throw this up on a desk, put it inside of a display case. I think that was where it would have its fit for me. It is kind of fun to flip it open. Had to make sure my hands were out of the way because I was...
Yeah, that was my initial concern on that too. That's why I mentioned earlier in the video, watch me cut myself on this because it is not natural ergonomics to do that. So yeah.
But when I first looked at this, my first initial thought was, man, that almost looks like a steam engine or something, from that era, something very mechanical. Steamboat. I see a train wheel here, old timey. I immediately think this belongs in Back to the Future 3 when they went back in time. So it just has that feel about it. And, you can one hand open and deploy it. I wouldn't do it, on a regular basis. I'm just begging to be cut right now. Boomer grip this one. It's the safest, route to go. But that's my 2 cents.
Fair enough. I'm not far off from you. Again, like you, it's fun. When you deploy it the first few times, I'm waiting to hit this and it to just fly out of my hand. You kind of gotta have it in the right spot in your hand, and I appreciate the engineering that goes into it. I appreciate the idea behind it. It is not a knife that is functional in everyday use, right? You have exposed gears, crap's gonna get in there, it's gonna get bound up, stuff like that.
You're not processing an animal with that one?
No, I am not. I am not doing that. I am not cutting sheetrock with this. I am not doing anything like that. But fidgeting it a little bit, it has some fidget, right? I have to close it boomer style, but open, I'm good with it. I
say go ahead and close it one-handed too, on camera for the people. They want to see you work it.
Yeah, you want to see me cut myself because I owe you some or something, but I can do it.
Yeah, it can be done. It just doesn't feel
You got to be careful
fun.
with this. Yeah. But other than that, you're right. Put this in the display case. If you have a cool little office area, I bet you a little glass piece with this sitting out on a desk where everybody can see it. This would be really cool looking. It's
a good conversation piece.
It is. Yeah. It is a cool conversation piece. In the beginning I was like, I don't want this thing. And now I look at it and I go, I could see myself putting this up on a shelf somewhere, on a stand display case and having it as a conversation piece.
Yeah. I would spin it the other way though, if I had it up.
Well, yeah, I would. I was holding it to us, so it'd be like this.
Yes.
Smart ass. I see. But other than that, man, it is funky. That's for sure. And Fred, thanks for sharing this, man. I don't know that I ever would have thought to pick this thing up somewhere, nor knew that it existed. So thank you for sharing your collection with us. That's really, really cool. anything else to add to this?
I would say just like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think about it, and share any other collector's pieces that you have that you wouldn't use but you love to have in your collection.
Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, take care.